Hey, what's up guys, Austin back here, another video. As you can tell, I'm not really all that enthusiastic right now. I mean, I just don't feel good, my allergies is killing me. You obviously hear I'm stopped up right up in here. But, that's why I hadn't been doing a video. I've just been working, coming home, and that's it. But, gonna get a video uploaded today, and it's gonna be about what I'm gonna use for the fall. I'm pretty sure I actually done this once before. I ain't 100% sure though, but we're just gonna do it again if it's already up. Because I've got a couple new baits, couple new techniques I think will really work, and I was wanting to share that with y'all. So, I'm gonna do pond, then I'm gonna do lake also. We'll start off with pond. Alright, so you pond anglers out there like myself, what do you like throwing? I mean, I like throwing a buzz bait, a jig, stuff like that. Y'all leave it down there in the comments for me, please. But, well, I'm going to pick in the fall. We're just going to do like a top, let's do a top 10. Number one for a pond is going to be a buzz bait. If you have any kind of milfoil grass or duckweed in it or anything, you just simply burn this across the top of it. And it's only about 2 buzz baits, 3 buzz baits actually I really enjoy throwing. That's Ray Lewis, War Eagle, and this one here is TNT Tackle. As you can tell, it has a different head, like, and a different blade and a different pitch. Listen to this, folks. Sounds about like a War Eagle, but it's just a different pitch. I do love this. I gotta actually order me some more TNT Tackle buzz baits here pretty soon. My buddy Troy Reed back up there in La Crosse, Wisconsin, makes some super great guy. Highly recommend y'all check him out on TNTtackle.com. That was not a paid promotion at all. Alright, so buzz bait number 1 in a pond. Number 2 is going to be a weightless Texas rig. I got all my tackle out across my table here. Next weekend, I'm going to go probably to Cumberland and see what I can do over there. I know they've been fishing it to death, all them tournaments, so we're going to see what me and Ethan can do over there. Alright. So, weightless Texas rig, and for a pond, I'm just going to have a flat out Senko on it. If you are not sure what a Senko is, you can go to your local Walmart, and they will have a bunch. Nothing. See, I'm a cheapskate when it comes to Senkos and stuff. I don't buy Gary Yamamoto, although I know they're the best. I buy the Yum Dingers and the cream and stuff. This here is just a Yum Dinger. It's the same thing as a Senko. I'm going to take me a 2 or 3/0 hook, depending on the size of my worm. I use straight shanks. Everybody just about uses EWG. I don't like EWGs unless I'm flipping. And then you simply rotate it over, just like that. And then kaboom. That right there is your weightless Senko. Or if you don't like it being that way, you can actually just put it in the bait like that. Just bring it out about like that. And then it's perfectly straight. You're going to have to set the hook harder to penetrate that hook. But that's a weightless Senko, so that'd be my number 2. Number 3 is going to be probably going to be a spinnerbait. A spinnerbait you can't go wrong in the pond. Again, if you have any type of grass or anything, you can either burn this on top of it, or you can actually throw it out real deep where you have that deep milfoil grass and stuff like that, and just roll it over the top, slow roll it. When you feel that grass ticking, then you know you're there. And all spare baits ain't got to be expensive. I mean, I'm going to show you a couple options here. Alright, so we're going to start off with expensive one. This one here is a hog collar. Those retail for about $8. You can get them at Saddlebrook Outdoors or Dog Patch. I believe Dog Patch has them. Alright, your second expensive one is this, I believe it's Lunker Hunt. I mean, I tried to do something with it for them Kentuckys, but it didn't work. I believe that retails on academy.com for like maybe $4. And these two I actually picked up to try. And I actually picked these up at Walmart. These are Ozark Trail. They're like $1.97 or $2.97. That and there I cut the skirt on. I just felt like it was a really good bluegill pattern. I really do like how they put the gold blades instead of silver, because obviously they're trying to imitate like a sun perch or a bluegill. So that's that one. And this one here is Ozark Trail 2. And I put a little bit of pink in that, and that's going to be my smallmouth getter for hopefully a spring. And I will be right back. Alright, I had to actually get a rod there. Spitball. I am sorry if I put my hand over a camera like that. That's just me taking care of my sinus issues. Alright, moving on. As you can tell, I'm losing it here. Number 4, I'm going to be a Ned rig. Why? Everybody loves throwing the Deadly Nedley. But, what I do, I don't just throw a Ned rig. No. I do not just throw a Ned rig, boys. What I will do, I mean, I've seen it done, but not a lot of people do it. I feel like I'm one of the few that actually does it. Alright, push that up on there real good, like, oh yeah. Just like that. Well, no, not really. Alright. Let's do this, and then it's just for video purposes, really. Alright. There we go. Alright, so usually people throw the TRDs, they come about that much below the hook. What I do, I'll take me a Zoom finesse worm or a trick worm, and I'll put it on a Ned rig head or a ball head. And what it does, it's about like a shaky head. Like you have all this dangling and it's going to come up and stuff. But it's more of a finesse shaky head. And you've heard me talk about time and time again, the smaller the hook, the more action of your bait. Now, that don't mean I don't throw a big shaky head, because I do. I gotta get some more of these hooks. This barb's gone. But that shows you how much I throw a shaky head. I do not hardly throw a shaky head at all. I just ain't got confidence in it whatsoever. But I do know they work. So we're just gonna rig this up here, show you how much more movement that tail had on that ball head or that TRD head. I was gonna go fishing today, but I woke up and I was like this, so I said I'm not going out there and being miserable. Alright, so that's about how I'd rig my shaky head right there. right there. Alright, so that was number 4. Number 5 is going to be a swim bait. My allergies is killing me, guys. It's going to be a swim bait. The reason why is I slept on a swim bait. It's a confidence bait. I will not go anywhere without a swim bait on at least one of my rods. I actually have 2 swim bait rods. Why? Because I love it. I'm sorry. I know people that has 4 or 5 jig rods, 4 or 5 cranking rods, a jerk bait rod, and a spinner bait rod, and a chatterbait rod, and I mean, that's something I use the same rod for. A spinnerbait, a chatterbait, and I mean, I got 2 rods I can throw either or on, but usually I use the same rod. Alright, so that's the top 5 for ponds, and the rest I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to name them off. Number 6 is going to be a hidden spook. Why? Because you can get some killer strikes on a spook. 7 is going to be a Rico. I love throwing a Rico. It's something when them fish is just like, do I want it or do I want to wait? I fish mine real slow, and when you just pop it, let them rings go away, usually kaboom. Alright, so number 8, if you have any kind of rock, any kind of brush, it's going to be a crankbait. I don't throw a crankbait much unless I'm on a lake, and then I throw a rock crawler. I'm getting into deep divers, but that's about it. And number 9, going to be something, if I'm just going out having fun, it's going to be one of my hair jigs. I love throwing that in a pond. Right there is a color I make. I've yet to try that color though, but a color that really works well is this in here. It's blue, green, and orange. It's like that sun perch kinda. Alright, so that's gonna be number 9. Number 10, I'm so sorry guys. Number 10 is gonna be like a Texas rig, like a weighted Texas rig. That way, if it's any brush and stuff out there, out deep, I can actually work it and feel what I'm coming over. And then I'm just going to have like a rage crawl or a kraken crawl or a bandito bug or a Z crawl or something like that. Alright, so moving on to a lake. I'm miserable. Alright, so number 1, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go try to find shad. If I see fish busting, I don't care if it's a spot I've never fished, I'm going to pull over and I'm going to fish it. At least with surface bait that morning. I will have 3 surface baits on. Number 1, I'm going to be a hidden spook. Alright, I will actually find my spooks here. Top water, it's jigs. That's deep cranks, that's crankbaits, that's swim bait heads, jigs, swim bait heads, crankbaits. Alright, apparently my top water box is in my room. But I'm also going to have a spook. I've put that in previous videos. Number 2, a Rico. Y'all know what a popper is, so it's basically a Rico. Number 3 is going to be a buzz bait. Why? Because you get in that standing timber and just throw a buzz bait in it and kaboom. I mean, your PB is liable to be right there on a buzz bait. No joke. Number 4 is going to be a swim bait. And my swim bait rod is actually going to be this one right here. Chronarch MGL. It's in a 8 1-to-1. I got my Shimano Corrado rod. As you can tell, I got that bigger swim bait because I got a smaller swim bait on my spinning reel. But that there's like a 3.8 Keitech in black shad. I got my herring head I make. because that herring head will have just a little bit of wobble to it. Alright, my top water rod is right here. It's a Daiwa Tatula CT100 HS 7 3-1, and I have my 6.6 KVD tour rod. This is a rod I've had forever. As you can tell, I'm a skimmer on there right now. I made that treble hook right there. Well, not treble hook, but I tied that feather on there. Alright, and I'm going to go over a line too. Gosh. On my swim bait, I'm going to throw 10 pound. On my top water, I range from 12 to 20. It's either 12 pound test or it's 20 pound test or 14. It's no in between. Alright. Now, that was 1, 2. I think I'm on number 5. Buzzbait, Rico, Spook, swim bait. So I'm on number 5. My 5th one is going to be an Alabama rig. Oh man, of course. Number 5 is the Alabama rig. I'm actually going to buy me a more expensive A rig. Why? Because these here, I mean, they worked for a while, but I had one literally shatter all the way up through here. Alright, so that there's just a Yum Flash Mob Junior. I throw my Kitex on it, obviously. I have it on my Dixie Custom Meat Stick. It's a 7.7 medium heavy. And then I have it paired with a Daiwa Tatula SV and an 8 1-to-1 ratio. That there, I'm going straight 20 pound test. No ifs, ands, buts about it. The reason why I would throw an A-rig is because shad's starting to school up. It's just going to invitate a smaller school of shad, something that a bass can just come, eat, and get fooled. The reason for a swim bait, simply because sometimes they ain't chasing a big school. Sometimes they're like, if it's in my face, I'll eat it. So when you roll it by their face, they're just like, and eat it. So that's the reason for that. Alright, so I'm not going to go over this because this goes into the swim bait category. This here's my 7'6" medium light Dixie Custom rod. Have it paired with Shimano Stratic. I have 6 pound line on it. And that there I just throw like my small swim baits, my 3-inchers and stuff. Although I do also throw it on my bait caster also. Alright, number 6 is going to be a crankbait. I love throwing a rock crawler. It is my go-to crankbait. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in crankbait, but this here is one that I do. And of course, it's tangled all up. I'm not fooling with it. Forget it. Forget it. Nah. As you can tell, today is like my day. Yesterday wasn't either. But that's alright. Life's what you make it. The Lord woke me up this morning and I'm thankful for it. So He let me have a chance to do what I was going to do today. Gosh. Okay, there's one set of treble hooks out. Golly, come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, the reason why I'd throw a crankbait, and specifically a rock crawler, the reason why I'd throw a rock crawler is because it has that big hunting action. It goes nose down. Alright, sorry. I'm so sorry about that. But, moving on. The reason why I'm going to throw a rock crawler is because it's going to dive like that. It's going to have a hard side to side kind of. And I will be throwing it on 10-pound line. I throw mine on mono. Why? Because when a fish hits it and I kind of set the hook, like pull into him, that mono's going to give and it's just going to penetrate that hook better. What I do, I like making my own color rock crawlers. So as you can tell, that's pretty crazy right there. But I will be throwing it on my Castaway Tyrannus 7-foot medium heavy and my Daiwa Tatula CT in a 7:3-to-1 ratio. I'm not even putting that rod stock back on that rod. Okay, number 7. And the reason why I picked a crankbait over another one, well, actually, hold up. Put it in part. Put it in part. Alright, this here's another crank and setup. Oh. As you can tell, I don't use rod stocks all that often. But this here doubles, so you're getting two. I'm going to be having a deep diving crank for them really deep schooling up fish. This here's us 8XD. I'll be throwing it on my Duckett Jacob Wheeler rod. It's a 7'2" medium heavy cranking. And I have Quantum Tier MG in a 7:1 ratio. A lot of y'all is just like, wow, this guy don't know what he's doing when it comes to cranking. Honestly, I'm not the best, but I know what works for me. I know what I like. The reason why I like this 7 and every reel I have, bait casting wise, is at least a 7, is because even with this, while you're having to wear your arm out wrenching it down real fast, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my bait's already down. It's going to be at its max depth quicker. Y'all have heard me talk about I can slow down, but I can only speed up so much. Same way, I literally reel it like this. I'll go. And my crankbait's diving just like yours would on a 5 or a 6. Alright, so number 7, I think. 2, 4, 6. Actually, no. Okay. I'm losing it, guys. Alright, so swim baits, crankbaits, top waters, A-rigs. Alright, the reason why I didn't put my top water together is because they're a different style. And by different style, I mean they're going to do different things. The Rico, you pop it. A spook, you walk it. A buzzbait, you reel it. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7, I was right. Quit second guessing yourself, Austin. Number 7 is going to be a jig. The reason why I understand them fish is going to be chasing, they're going to be feeding up and stuff. But I guarantee you could throw a jig all day and at least get 3 bites if you fished it long enough. Alright, so I'm going to have a 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce football head. And this here's my secret color, which I'm showing y'all, but you can't get it. I've tried. Nobody has it. And then I throw either a PB&J crawl on here, or I'll throw a Falcon Lake Rage crawl. Now, a couple other colors I like. I like Dirty Sanchez. I like Cumberland Crawl. I like Orange Crush. But 9 times out of 10, I'm either going to have this or I'm going to have an Orange Crush or a Black and Blue Jig. I'm getting more confident in that Cumberland Crawl. I caught that Keeper Smallmouth on Cumberland on it, so I'm getting there. But that's number 7. Alright, number 8 is going to be a spinnerbait. Just going down a bank with some trees falling down the water. I'm going to throw it right there when I cannot see that tree no more. When it gets about 4 to 8 foot, when that tree's coming down here, I'm going to throw it out here. I'm going to let it sink and slow roll it. Okay. So that's going to be number 8. Number 9 is going to be a jerk bait. And why? Because you're always going to have them finicky fish, and when that jerk bait just and that the suspends, the stays there like that, and the fish, you come up, look at it, and when it goes, you get a reaction bite. So that's another thing. I'll throw that in the fall, all the way through winter, all the way up to the spring. Alright, so that there's number 9 on the lake. I'm actually going to do 11. I just feel like it needs to be done. My 10th is obviously going to be a Ned rig. As you can tell, that is far from a Ned rig. I was actually out playing, and I bought them at Cabela's down there. They're like a 2-inch. So I'm going to have a Ned rig. Alright. Moving on. My 11th one is going to be a spoon. This here's just a Daiwa spoon. I have it paired with my Daiwa Tatula 100 HS. It's a 7 1-to-1 ratio. I'm going to have 10 to 12 pound line on it. And I have it on my Denali rocker rod. I'll also throw my spinner bait on and my jerk bait on. And another thing I'm throwing my spinner bait and jerk bait on is either that Castaway Tyrannus, or I can throw it on that KVD tour rod. I just like this Denali here. I actually tried jerk bait the other day just to see if they was already on it, and they're not. So, guys, I'm falling apart. I am so sorry. This is such a rough video. I know the audio was horrible. Hearing my voice, I'm stopped up. It's rough. I feel bad. That's why I wasn't as enthusiastic as I usually am. I was constantly having to clear my voice. And on top of that, you heard me blow my nose. So, that's just great. I'm not sure how to edit all that out, but I am learning. I'm actually starting to watch videos on iPhone editing and stuff like that, so hopefully I can edit stuff like that out that ain't pertaining to fishing and stuff like that. But other than that, folks, as always, be safe, have fun, check out Dog Patch Trading Post, Kurt Singer Sunrise Outfitters, Dog Patch Trading Post, Saddlebrook Outdoors. I think I said one of them twice. And the Tackle Spot. As always, be safe, have fun, have a good day, do something nice for someone, please, and give all the glory to the good Lord above. Alright, thank y'all. I'm out.